Great job you don't do, Gronkowski.
No, nope. Okay.
Good evening, we're bringing this meeting to town clock says 5:04 PM, October 12th, 2021. Have to look over. And all our members are here. Does anyone have a conflict of interest? I do not. Keith, do any adjustments to the agenda?
No.
Okay. All right. Give people a minute to review the minutes from last month's meeting. I don't think it stands out to me. It was on continuing business and voting warrant article B4 to reflect the amended interest rate by the state.
That email is the last page of that packet to help explain. That's what I could not explain last time.
Well, as soon as I figure that. We passed the percentage that it wasn't.
Correct.
The voting public agrees we passed a percentage that does not reflect the state maximum. We're gonna have time to look over the minutes. I'll make a motion to accept September 4th, 2021 meeting minutes as written.
Second, no?
Okay, all those in favor?
Right.
4-0. No public to speak, present to speak at this moment. Any purchase orders,
None.
payment supplement billing.
We had one supplemental, I say supplemental. Nothing matters now as much, but we had one for Rudy Davis. We just attached it to this new bill coming out rather than the new bill. Just gonna get consumption will get added on to it.
Okay,
It's this
balance just carried over.
right, carried over.
Excellent. All right, applications, we have 2.
All right, so first one, the 3, that 6 Allen Street would be the old Richard Dale's place. That young couple has gutted that place out completely. Plan on picking that building up, put a foundation underneath it, and have agreed. Well, I say agreed, but per my request, are going to separate that sewer service from the shed, tie it together.
Everything comes in that manhole.
Manhole right there. So the idea is to at least come down to the road more towards the shoulder where the stuff got replaced and nothing else to lie into that at least at minimum. That way they can have their own station. Don't worry about that. So that's that goal there. Other than that, they've met the rest of my asked all kinds of questions, have been great to work with, and I see no reason not to. I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion. We'll take any other further discussion. Real quick, third one. All those in favor? 4-0. We definitely haul some gear out of that.
I think that last Friday when I was there, they were on their 11th or 12th dumpster.
Wow. I'll tell you, that
12 30-yarders.
that day that I went in there with you, that was disgusting.
So there was quite a bit of content inside. The trash was probably the first 6 or 7.
Wow.
It was kind of disheartening. Not to get into it too much on camera, but it was right. All the respect for what
That's just a bummer.
was.
They've done a lot of work, they've done a lot of work to do, taking all the floors out.
They've been vacant for a while.
Yeah,
3 years ago.
at
Probably.
least
Oh,
that many, if not more.
Yeah,
These all new joists, sills.
right.
You know, it's a foundation, obviously. The roof line's good, believe it or not.
Tower.
All right, one more. Amazing.
All right,
Where is this?
so I'm gonna be honest,
Only like seven.
I didn't go over this one. I believe this is across the street from Frenchie's old house. I believe this is the
Oh, this
Rick
is,
Walker's old,
this is Rick Walker's, yes,
yeah, Rick Walker's building at the fishing department downstairs.
yes.
What are they doing?
Efficiency apartment in the basement.
Oh, for the front, okay, well, that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out what it was.
Where is it near? I don't know the names.
Directly across,
Seminaris, yes, from Seminaris.
next door.
We bought Rick Walker's accounting practice. That's it. We got a brand new sign up there
Oh,
for their
Across- yeah,
accounting
across the
practice.
Bell Hill.
Yep.
Wait, something that-
For their account, and, yeah, it's all like set up. There's, yeah, there's dollars.
It already has,
that's awesome.
it already has the service and stuff in place, so this is just really,
Just an
additional
addition,
fixtures.
just an additional bath and kitchen, really.
Right,
For the efficiency part.
correct. The office upstairs already has a restroom or whatever, so.
Yep. I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
All those in favor? 4-0 again.
All
Chick
right,
Hill update.
so Chick-fil updates, since I
Middle of the drought.
saw you guys last time, obviously, we've got through summer spray. I don't have a number for you. If I did, I forgot about it. We finished that September 1st. Since then, obviously, I've ventured into line cleaning. This year proved to be the year where it's very valuable. Found out that through our cleaning processes, brought back some debris off the Allen, off Old Sidewalk, or off Route 4, upper section across the IGA down through. Found some debris. Ended up kind of find out there's a lot of water line board for the new Noise real estate building. They end up boring right through the force main. I mean, through the gravity main system. So their 4-inch line went pretty much right through the middle of our 8-inch.
Oh, wow.
Oops. So we found the debris, came back, that was on Thursday. Friday had Vector, Tedberry Company now, Vector Company, come up and camera it, without any doubt at all, got video proof that line came through. Saturday, working with the water district, we excavated and put in a 3-foot, 4-foot section of new 8-inch PVC. And now, with the water district, they rerouted their 4-inch water line up and around that main. So it was a great experience, good team effort, the water district, MNH, learning lesson through it.
Right on.
Learning lesson for sure. The town's looking at recouping costs through the contractor that installed the water line. There's bills for water district, and bills for the town, bills from MNH, Vector Company will all go back on to that contractor.
Oops.
Yeah,
Said theirs wasn't gonna be terribly big. Talking to Kenny, because he said, isn't gonna be very big, he said, that's what he said to me.
It's not bad that way, you know, I'm sure they can come to terms down the road and probably use it for, you know, probably.
Well, at least it was only. It's not many months.
Yeah, so we
Versus like
figured-
years of
We
erosion.
figure what, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks max?
2-3
It was
weeks.
3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's-
Right on.
So,
And
Um,
water was getting through, it was, luckily it was the top part of the pipe, so they still had a little bit of.
Clearance underneath it.
Yeah, well, not, it went through it, and it didn't go into the ground, you just kind of followed
the
through.
only
it.
thing hard to tell is we don't, you know, obviously when we jetted the line, I'm sure it brought down the more debris probably.
Sure.
So when we were doing CC camera work and vacuum cleaning, no solids are coming down through. So eventually, if we hadn't caught it, we would have had some kind of backup. eventually
Oh,
if the
for
solids
sure.
hadn't come back from under there. But, yeah,
I'm glad you said that.
we got it done fairly quick and, it worked out great.
It's an expensive mistake.
Expensive mistake, you know, town bill, 2 days is, $1,300. And then Ted Berry Company for the Saturday venture, and then the camera works about $6 grand. Not sure on Al's bill, M&H.
2,200 for the water district.
2,200 there, so then I'm figuring, I'm gonna say $5 grand for M&H. Just, you know, maybe it's less than it's.
I think
So-
1,700 for paving alone, something like that.
Yeah.
It's,
Yikes.
that's why you have insurance stuff, and that's why we
Right.
always check to make sure they have insurance before they start a job.
Absolutely, yeah.
So just one
Case
more.
in point.
And what we also did too, is Al and I were there working it also made me become more, I want to say cautious or I want to say cautious. When we do boring, and even in the best results, nothing gets hit, is what we noticed is there was a cavity that are created in the sand that bedded the main.
Mhm.
So, you know, when we first saw it, it was a hole, like a fist-sized hole. We're like, okay, it must have been a rock there or something. But once we saw it big and got in there, you couldn't reach the back end of it.
Oh,
So it
wow.
ended up being like a 3-foot cavity.
Right, big sinkhole.
Big sinkhole, so that water from, I'm guessing, because what they do, when they bore, they put water, but they also have a gel that's supposed to pack everything. A slurry that's supposed to pack all that dirt.
I see, yeah, as it goes through.
The sand didn't like it apparently or something, so. Well, when it could end up happening, would end up being a sinkhole anyway.
Sure.
So it's just
Wow.
nice to know we have to be cautious of those items too.
Keep in mind for future
Yeah. they're gonna have to
projects and what.
watch those contracts so we know that this is a possibility. So,
Yeah.
whatever, but again, the company's been great to work with, Enterprise Electric. They've been cooperative. And, we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Other than that, we've mowed the property, mowed the airport. Just maintenance time right now. Gear enough for winter.
2 seasons. Winter and preparing for winter.
Yes. That's what I got there.
All right.
And continuing business, fix the warrant article B4. Anyone need any further explanation on this? We all read it.
I'm good.
People voted on a warrant article to raise, yes, essentially the late fees up to 7%, which the state had capped interest rates for 2021 at 6%. Therefore, what do we need here? Keep a vote.
I would say just read what's there. Yes, read what's there in a vote.
All right. All right, this is from Tracy.
All right, even if you want to read that or not, but even if you just read the motion here.
Oh, All right, the motion to correct warrant article B4 to reflect the amended interest rate of 6% versus 7%, which was voted on by the public, missing state compliance. Board of Selectmen's already voted on this, we voted 5-0. I guess we all
I
accept.
make a motion that we approve the interest rate at 6%.
I'll second that motion. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor? 4-0. And sewer connection compliance.
All right, so, all I have for updates there is obviously,
We
we
got
know,
Rudy and
Rudy.
Rudy's going on at the Davenport. project.
right, so Davenport, this is the old plan. Doesn't help us exactly today. However, I talked with Kenny today and they finally have come to a family agreement.
I saw them out there in a second.
So,
I was like, I'm not.
I mean, it could change between now and spring, but as of today, the plan with now the divisions of the lots and everything is to come down between Dallas Hill Road and the IGA, on that IGA side, come down and tie into the manhole by Frank Seminaris. Beach door, so I have to go off the board from Frank's property. And
Yeah.
be a drop structure, not a huge deal. But that allows, obviously, it does make the most sense for them to achieve all the gravity they need in any one of these lots, and then it allows Linda and Allison, the farmhouse that we have a lots of big plan, to also connect. So they came to their agreement. And so that's the plan now, and becomes fruition spring. There obviously is a
They have construction on site.
construction on site right now. What I did do, I haven't finalized the agreement yet. The idea here was to put a sewer, a septic system in, not leaching, holding tank, which is what's your gravity into the main line. So I need to verify that. But I did agree to, on my own at the time, was I would be willing to allow a septic system for one season, not 1 year, until this, tie in. You have a lifespan of X, whatever I agree on. So you have, what Kenny said, absolutely. Because if it's starting in place, I mean, I know they would hope to have all this stuff done, and that's their own fault schedule wise, but I did agree in light of whatever.
They have a seasonal leach field.
I would allow them a 1 year lifespan of a tank system, because what they'll have to do is they'll have
And then
to,
out of the tank, it's gonna
That's
go.
for the development, right?
that's just for that one lot.
That one lot that they built on.
What they'll do is, it's not even the lifespan of that system, it's once that system is constructed, that they can hold that tank and then pump into that conduit.
Makes sense.
So it won't be a waste of money from that way.
Question, the Davenport house, what's going on with that? That's the original,
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the
original,
original,
right.
that's the original plan on this.
I do believe both members of both sides of the family have told me that they're gonna tear it down.
I would think so. I've been in the, and it's a rock wall cell with a dirt floor. It's really.
They're gonna tear it down. It will be,
Probably
they'll put a stub in that location, but so at this point, the need for them to connect to that
What's the
building.
date on that, 1900
Probably.
probably?
Yeah.
So
Rock wall.
it will be coming down.
Okay.
They need to clean it out, so they mentioned there's some keepsakes in it, but overall, it's just,
This is the house on the corner.
it's just the one between the corner and the IGA. So
Light blue,
Like.
Sits
Okay,
back,
yeah.
sits on back.
been vacant for,
Yeah, okay.
been vacant for
Uh,
10 plus.
At least, yeah, because we put a water meter in there like 10 years. It was one season, then we took it out, never put it back, so. it's gonna have water.
10
At least, it's gotta be 10
Yeah,
years.
I'm not- I would keep it there.
All right. Other than that, I have not spoken with Ruby, obviously, other stuff in place.
Yep.
I need to catch up on that. That's on me.
It's all right.
All right.
We're good there. New business set rate hearing.
Yeah, so, this has been brought up a few times, by the board of selectmen and everything else. So, it's been a number of years, I have not done it, I've been involved, and I have personally we have not done a rate hearing since Frenchie's left. 10 years from here. Right now, I think it's a good thing, in my opinion. Could be a scary hike. What it allows us though is the next 2 years, we'll have all our bonds paid off. And then it allows you to set that rate at the same time. So I mean, it's just gonna be like this year, the rate off thing.
Okay.
The idea is, I should say, it needs to be more of a discussion point to keep on track. So I'll reach out to Maine Rural Water, whoever else, maybe even Mike Siren here to do it for us, be done with it, or maybe not Maine Rural Water. But to be ready, we're prepared. So when we do have that debt payoff, we know that the ratepayers. It could be probably a two-step phase, maybe it's in the next year. But it allows us to understand that, okay, ratepayers are paying the whole bill. And no more taxpayer base unless we're taking more bonds out, because legally, I say legally, nothing says, there's no rule to it per se. Ideally, I shouldn't say legally, ideally, ratepayers pay for your O&M. Any kind of infrastructure growth, then your taxpayers can pay for. But they should pay for it, not necessarily pay for the rates not using it. Okay, ready, it's got something not using it.
So bond issues or.
So bond issues will be part of the abilities for us to obviously reevaluate. And it won't necessarily be all on, like I say, like the 510 customers we have connected to the sewer. We have to look at other financial opportunities, whether it's the septic haulers that come in, and the other things that affects us. So, they come down to the point where we charge more to septic hauler because they bring in septic waste and all that stuff, et cetera, et cetera. So,
So do you think it's gonna go up a lot? You think it's gonna be a decent number? I wanted to say no, but I understand.
It's probably an increase, and obviously right now, if you go, so
Not that it was down.
what should happen, let me do the rough number, this isn't set in stone, educated guess, we pull some numbers, debt payoff, and with the debt, the bonds being paid off, I'm looking at a reduction in the sewer budget of about $120,000. So then, it helps you what you can generate. And I think right now, we're looking at rates out of that remaining $300,000 or $350,000, let's say, well, $500,000 budget. So take away $150,000, $200,000, $300,000. I think we're short what we currently charge in consumption by about $100,000. So $100,000 over 4 quarters over 500 some customers had to pay like $200 additional a year, I think what it was. So
$25 a quarter.
That's pretty significant.
that's $50 for it. So now that's if you go strictly on the rate payer. That's an educated guess. That doesn't mean we're off.
No, this is still nothing set in stone. There's things to be talked about.
Preliminary work, and it could be, maybe it's,
And then that's,
maybe I'm not seeing it right. Maybe we're just,
it's just, it seems.
part
It
of
is what it is.
Right.
You've got to pay for your service. So I mean, the water district is a prime example.
And we look at
It costs money.
one conversation about going to the enterprise fund instead. So, you change your permit fees to help fund any kind of expansion in the future. So rather than trying to tax base, all these people coming down on a bill, people like Care Asset where your permit's no longer $400, it's $3,000.
It's a buy-in, basically.
Buy-in.
You're buying in. That's what I've been told on the water side.
So good help us,
Have to do that.
But this, as well as look at, those numbers are just preliminary, 10-minute discussion I had with Rebecca, the treasurer, and obviously, it's.
Can I
You can get
ask
so far off.
another question? Could we have done a rate hike earlier instead of?
Yeah, so you probably could have, my thought was initially.
Incrementally.
Increment,
Yeah, because the water district did the same thing and it hurt it was a big jump and it kind of hurt. It
No,
should
still
have
can't
been
go
done
Still can't go
well
in.
before that.
Right, we still can't go into the memory, obviously. Part of my thought there, because nothing says we have to all of a sudden just shut off the taxpayer base. We can do it slowly. Maybe it's a 3-step program, maybe it's, whatever. My initial thought was, I didn't, and people smarter than I am, but if we have $500,000 budget, and right now we're bringing, you can split it 50-50 roughly what we're at right now for consumption versus taxpayer in the split of the budget. So my fear was trying to do a rate increase and have that tax offset and not come to a point where we're charging too much money. If bonds are going to pay, so when your rate comes up, all of a sudden we don't need that. Now we're making too much money because the bonds are paid off or whatever else.
Right.
I didn't want the other side of that. Now, probably was dumb thinking, part of me, and I lost sight of it over and over again. So it's probably hurt. I'm hoping it's a small adjustment.
you know, it is what it is, and that's kind of, that's a crappy saying, but it is what it is.
And it allows us
Right,
to,
we need to get to a certain place, and if it's gonna hurt, no, it's gonna hurt, it's like pulling off a Band-Aid.
the other part of it, I'm hoping by that time, you know, we'll have growth hopefully, so it helps offset some of that direct cost of any one individual. It gives us time to look at a true budget study, you know, maybe we can cut back on certain operations or go get greener, so we have more efficient pumps. Obviously, look at I&I, mostly in the idea of sump pumps, you know, reduction of necessary water to treat, help us substantially. You know, so we're not putting out so much product, we don't have to bring it in. So there's a lot of steps there, we can look at reducing a lot of the costs. Spend our bold numbers.
It's gonna take some doing it,
It's
so
gonna take
see
some-
where, whatever's coming from.
Well, if we don't have to pull the taxpayer base out of it immediately, then it probably shouldn't be, because it's the infrastructure of public health town. Correct. You know, if we're in unprecedented time here with just, you know, I mean, I have no idea, real estate, growth. You know, to slap a 20% increase on 514 users. It's a lot, that's a lot to go up.
Does that happen now? Money for services not used from people, you know?
Because as a taxpayer as a whole, whether you live all the way in Quasit, but you're a patron of restaurants in town, you're utilizing the facilities of the towns while they're connected to sewer system. It's
And
not
that
just,
goes on now.
Yeah, so,
Does the general public know that?
I hope.
because.
I can't imagine people not having a fit about
There's
it.
a few people that definitely don't say made a point of it.
The usuals.
They don't think it's fair. But no, so, you know, part of that right now is obviously it is like 50, say 50/50 split. It's a percentage where consumption payment pays for X and the remainder is paid up in tax dollars.
Right, okay.
No, I mean, we have public restrooms, both Quasit and Rangeley, we have town park, we have, you know,
Right.
well, the public libraries and things that all flush.
School.
The people that use
School,
them
right.
in school.
But you know, how, you know, human nature and why should I have to pay
Everyone
for,
get-
you know?
Everyone can get their
Yeah, so
blinders on to see.
you have ways to
see
bring there,
the
you
bill.
know, you can go to the residents as X, eateries are X, and then you can go with sleeping establishments, especially the Rangeley Inn, any of these motels could have a higher rate because it's.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
My rate is
I just-
750, you know, commercial rate could be different, you know, so you look at different ways to make this up.
As you said, smarter people than us will have input on this
Right.
and knowledge and.
Well, I just
Well,
remember the water
we
rate.
give us some
hike.
guidance.
I mean, we
guidance
did
for
30
people had, you know,
water, et cetera.
People had a fit about that.
What's the status?
I mean, if everyone's like staring at their own bill.
Right. Not as bad as I thought it would be, but
Yeah.
there were those
You know, we'll look at the.
regular few that,
There'll be a
And
long
it's,
discussion.
yeah, I mean, you just have to educate them. I mean, it's not like we're penalizing anybody. You
Should have been looked
You
at
have
2 years
sewer, you
ago,
have to
absolutely.
pay for it.
right.
That's, you know, it's.
Well, just tell them that, well, your tax dollars don't go towards the sewer, they pay the town police.
Oh, well, good.
So I mean, it's on the agenda,
Divide everything up.
we'll start looking
Right.
at it, and hopefully next week we can just implement small process, you know, small fees up through and look at how we're gonna change the whole. Yeah,
Moving out of town.
well, it's good, when you said that, it says, obviously we know one of our.
It might be cheaper to pay server.
Yes, I
We
think.
might- Just a little, right? So our fifth member obviously has moved out of town,
Correct.
so, now if you could help me on this one, I'll text him myself, if you message him also, or if you don't mind helping me kind of contact him, if he gives me a simple email that says, I quit, that helps me tremendously and fill the seat. If he doesn't do that, we have to go through a public hearing and everything else to abolish the.
I'll
Always text
I'll
message
message
really, right?
As long as it's a message, yeah, email is probably better.
Because then you just have the document.
It's gonna just be something with his name on it.
If I quit, I Matt Holbert quit.
I quit, I hate you.
That's whatever it is, I know.
Okay.
The basic process is much easier.
I've got him on,
You got it?
on Messenger. I just saw him this week.
I don't think I have,
Just
I don't think I have the number.
That's actually, I saw maybe a few about it, and I talked to Tracy today, she's seriously just an email that says I quit, it saves us so many other steps of having to.
Oh, I'm sure.
Apply for that seat, so.
I have one email, I'll send it.
Other than that, if you guys have anything else, I don't know, I think I'm out of,
We're good?
we're good.
Moving on, Al's contacting Matt. All right. Yeah, next sewer commission meeting is November 9th, 2021. That's Veterans Day. Board of Selectmen is next week, October 18th, 2021. And I will move to adjourn this meeting at 5:35 on the town clock.
Second it.
All those in favor or any further discussion? 4-0.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you.